Hello, my name's Kate Biddle. I'm Assistant Principal, Director of Sixth Form at Magna Academy. Thank you for clicking on the link and taking the time to go through this presentation. Everything that I share, your child already knows and has been exposed to. The information on here is about sixth form life and how your child is going to go forward. And I think it's really important that you have the same level of information and detail that they already hold. I'm really impressed with Year 12 and the start they've made to their sixth form career. They've successfully enrolled and are now engaged with their chosen courses. I hope your child told you about our induction day on the 2nd of September and the team building programme provided by Land and Wave. It was really good fun. I sincerely hope it's whet their appetite to have a go and try new things as they move forward into their sixth form life. I'd just like to take a moment to talk about this year's summer results from the Year 13s who have left and gone on to bigger things now. Our general attainment has increased from 2022 in both our BTEC courses, our vocational courses, and our A-levels. You can see from the information on the slide that our A star to B score was 46.7%, and that's a huge increase on our A star to Bs from last year, which is something I am incredibly proud of with both students and staff. A couple of other things I would like to make you aware of is that every single one of our Year 13 students have gone to the destination they wanted to. So whether that's university, apprenticeship or employment, they have gone to their first choice destination, and that's a huge thing for me to be able to share. We had our first ever Oxford student leave Magna in Year 13. We're so incredibly proud of her. Our first ever student going to the Royal Veterinary College. Again, crikey, what an accolade for us. That's just fantastic. And we also had a student score the highest set of A-level grades, a combination of A stars and A's. What a year. There's a proven link between high attendance and academic success. And therefore we consistently work hard towards a goal of 100% attendance for all of our students. Absolutely, our students are expected to be in school by 8:27 and then they will head straight to tutor time. If you know that your child is going to be absent, please do ask them to ask me for a leave of absence form, and that would be for a medical appointment or perhaps a sad family circumstance, a bereavement. But these are very rare occasions that a student will be given permission to leave school. If your child is unwell, please phone the school before 9 o'clock so we can ensure that it's logged correctly, and also to ensure you don't receive that text message asking where your child is. If your child has a medical problem and they are going to be off school for a period of time, absolutely you and I would have communicated by then, but we would need medical verification to support that medical absence. And finally, punctuality. We have high importance on punctuality. We do expect our students to be on time and we monitor it very, very closely. Being on time, as you will well know, is about employability skills, but here also it's about making sure that your child can access the tutor programme, which is rich and varied and part of their learning curriculum. Here is some information on what your child's studying pattern looks like over 2 weeks. They'll have 32 lessons in total. They've got, for the most part, students have got 3 courses and each course has 8 lessons. So then we would expect students to roughly be in 16 hours per week. It's not a perfect split, as you will have seen from your child's timetable. So a rule of thumb that the students are aware of and I expect them to keep up is that for every hour they spend in the classroom with their teacher, they will then spend another hour working independently. And that would be my minimum expectation of the independent work. So 32 hours per week of lessons and independent study means that they're working, close to a full-time job. What I haven't included here are the extracurricular opportunities and clubs that the students are being exposed to and really encouraged to engage with. So I've just put on this slide some information from the homework policy, and should you want to look at this further, please feel free to do so. It's on our website, on the Academy website under the Sixth Form tab, and you can read the full document. But some key
points of work that your child will be asked to engage with are things like flipped learning, practicing, exam practicing, completing essays under timed conditions, under exam conditions. And what your child should expect is to have teacher feedback that's really good quality. Our teachers are experienced, and what they're trying to do through their marking is to make sure that your child makes progress, but also can then move on from what's been written to support their learning. We're always going to identify the strengths of your child's work, but we're also going to identify the effort and make sure they know how to improve and how to move forward. Please do look at the website for further information about homework and independent learning.
Activities and tasks to be completed during independent study are many and varied. Of course, they include homework and coursework, which your child will be used to. But further to that, at sixth form and at the level we're studying at, we expect students to be more responsible for their own learning. They're going to do past exam papers. We expect students to access reading around their subject. Of course, they can ask their teachers to direct them where to find that information, but it's their responsibility to read around their subject, to become broader in their knowledge of their subject matter. We expect students to reread their notes from previous lessons to really cement their learning. This doesn't mean writing the notes out many times and making them beautiful. It means reading them with power and with knowledge and gaining the understanding of the matter involved. And of course, the coursework element to some of our courses, where students play a game of, it's like a table tennis, where a teacher makes some comments for improvements, the student then acts upon them, and the piece of work goes between the two. It's a much more grown-up way of academic study that many of our students haven't been exposed to. And it's really important we empower them early on in their sixth form career to take responsibility for their learning and to drive their own skill set and improve it. By now, you will have seen your child's Home Academy Agreement. I urge you please to sign it and give it to your child so they bring them back promptly to us. The reason we have this is because your child is signing up to a certain set of principles in line with our vision. You as a parent are signing up to support us and to support your child with their learning. And we as an academy are telling you what you can expect for us, how we are going to support your child and endeavour to give them the success that they deserve. Starting in the sixth form can be daunting for some of our students. It's a different way of learning, it's a different environment. And of course, they spend a huge amount of time at the academy with us, and they also spend a lot of time at home. So please talk to them about their day, ask them how their learning's going, their teachers, their classroom. How are they feeling about independent study? Do they feel that they are coping with their workload? If you do have a query or a concern, please contact their tutor in the first instance. Every day during morning tutor time, your child engages with the tutor programme. Topics covered are wide and vary, and I'd like to give you a flavour of a few topics your child will be engaging with this year. Homelessness, they'll be engaged with an alcohol and cannabis workshop. We'll be looking at mental health strategies, in particular working on resilience, juggling time and managing stress. We'll cover ethical issues, abortion, marriage and family life, poverty and inequality, medical ethics and religious themes. Alongside this morning programme, there will be a personal development day, more of which later. During afternoon tutor time, your child reads. At Magna Academy, we call this DIA, Drop Everything and Read. And the three texts, which we'll read throughout the year for sixth form this year, are A Picture of Dorian Gray, The Kite Runner, and Remains of the Day. All our students are given the opportunity to complete the Extended Project Qualification EPQ and the Aspirations Employability Diploma, the AED. The EPQ is effectively worth half an A-level. It's an additional qualification that we strongly encourage our students to complete. It's a research-based project, and universities are very keen on the project. They like the learning involved, and they like the way that the project makes students think. I won't go into much detail here. Please ask your child. They have a lot of information about the EPQ. But in short, your child would choose a subject or a topic of interest to them and create a question or a statement and research further into their area of interest. And the assessment perhaps would be an artifact or a project or a dissertation of 5,000 word. So highly recommended as a qualification. All our students are embarking on this at the start of their sixth form career, and it is recognised very well by universities. Now the AED, this is quite unique to our trust, the Aspirations Trust, and it's a programme of study whereby our students are given and empowered with employability skills. So students work together on projects and we address real life situations. So our first project is surrounding education, and we're looking at education, issues within education and how we can move education forward. What we're actually going to do this year is put together a lesson and deliver our lesson to some local primary school children. And what this does through the project-based learning, through the experiences of working with outside professionals and delivering sessions and presenting to others, our students are learning employability skills, they are learning power skills, they are communicating, they are listening, they are speaking, they are presenting, and all the skills that come under the power skills umbrella. So two really unique opportunities for our students that they fully engage with. They have a lot of fun with both of these programmes, and I urge you to ask your child about them. Alongside the academic learning in the classroom, we strongly urge your child to take part in a range of extracurricular opportunities. We've got many at Magna Academy. We would welcome your child at any or all of these clubs. I would just like to mention the Duke of Edinburgh Award, such a rich and varied and highly credible award recognised by employers and universities alike. Please do look on our website for further information. We start the Silver Award in Year 12. We have the opportunity within our student union for leadership roles. We currently have a union president, and of course this next year will be one of our Year 12 students. There will be the opportunity this year for them to become involved in our various committees, and I urge you to talk to your child and see if they would quite like to become one of our leaders, one of our role models, not just within the sixth form but across the whole academy. I'd like to point out also the YMCA Sleep Out. This is happening on September the 30th this year, where I'm hoping to be joined by Year 12 and Year 13 students. We're going to sleep on the Year 8 playground, and this is to raise awareness and money for homelessness in Poole and Bournemouth. And finally, I would just like to share with you some information about our international students. They come from all over the world and they join our students in both their tutor and lesson time. Please ask your child about them. Historically, our international students and our students connect really well, and we feel there's such a benefit to our students' learning and to enrich our sixth form. From all the interpersonal skills important in life, communication is undoubtedly of primary importance. It's key, isn't it, to sharing and understanding information between you and us at the Academy. We believe strongly that parents and guardians play such a vital role alongside ourselves in the students' academic lives. What we would like to do is develop a strong partnership with you, and that goes across the whole Academy. We believe in being clear and coherent and working with you in order to make the transition for your child into the sixth form smooth and successful, and also support their learning in order for them to be the best they can be. And finally, I think this group of Year 12 students are really special. They've come through such a turbulent few years, working at home, learning remotely, and then finally coming back to the Academy and sitting real exams. I think these students are probably more open-minded than previous years, and I think that's come about because of their recent experiences. I've told your students my thoughts on them. I've told them I think they're a brilliant group of people, and I also think they're resilient. They've come through setbacks, they've come through things and experiences they haven't enjoyed. So Our aspirations now moving forward as an academy, we have the highest hopes for your child. I'm really looking forward to the next 2 years working with them and getting to know them, and I'm looking forward to working with you too. Thank you.